somewhere around Barstow, on the edge of the desert, when the drugs began to take hold.
You're either in or you're out. Right now.
I want to gamble.
I never want to hear those words out of your mouth again.
Gambling is not your problem.
Has anybody ever told you before your bad luck?
Most gamblers, when they go to gamble, they go to win.
Those were my mother's dying words.
When we go to gamble, we go to lose. Show me the money.
Let's get out of here, man.
Show you the money.
Honestly, like, let's just go. Let's go to Vegas.
Look at you better than that, Jerry. I want you to say what you would mean it, brother. Show me the money!
It's the Sports Memory Vegas pregame show.
Good afternoon, my fellow degenerates. Divisional NFL Day 2. Before we get into today's picks, Marcus, how about you summarize yesterday, which I thought had quite a few surprises in it?
Well, Green Bay Rams, obviously we didn't finish strong due to a final 58-yard touchdown to Lazard. Came close. I think we went, 1-3 when it comes to ATS and over-unders. I'm not going to lie, it was kind of comforting to watch Lamar Jackson not be able to complete many plays. He had a couple passes to open receivers, but Buffalo played strong, man. Josh Allen is playing out of his mind. But some of the props hit high, man. Cam Akers had a good day. Defense played well.
Adams was shut down. He had under the 75 yards.
Yeah, for the most part, obviously they were trying to get him into some positions away from Ramsey. Still 9 for 66 and a tutty is a good fantasy stat line. But obviously most of it came against other corners. But what you did notice from Green Bay was they distributed the ball a lot more. More targets were, shared evenly, which probably made some people upset as far as daily goes. But they did what they needed to win, and damn, Green Bay looked good.
Yeah, who do you think they want to play? Like, if Green Bay could pick their opponent, do you think they want another shot at Tampa Bay, or do you think they're pulling Saints here?
I would have to venture they don't care. I'm sure they're very confident. Obviously, they're familiar with both teams. Home field advantage is really all they really care about, and they've obviously got that. But I think the Saints and Bucks both present comparable, obstacles for them.
Challenges. Yeah, JC, who were some big players yesterday that paid off for you?
I wrote out Devontae Adams a little bit. I was happy. I knew they were going to get him into the end zone. Certainly Cam Akers was just a lot of fun. We knew that was going to be a really choice day, so he was nice for me there. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so let's jump into today with the first game, which has got some lines. The line is moving. Cleveland, Kansas City. When I woke up this morning, I saw it at 9.5 and fluctuating to 10. It's all the way down to 8.5 now with an over/under at 57. Marcus, what are you thinking about that point spread and also the over/under?
I would still actually lean the Browns here. I got them earlier, and I love the juice, so I took the Browns to plus 10.5. One thing that we should be aware of is Kansas City actually hasn't played fantastic the last 3-4 weeks of the season. Obviously, they're finding ways to win. Still a good ball team, but Cleveland actually does present some difficult matchups. Over under 57, it's just so many points, right? You're going to see some points scored today. Anytime it's that high, I tend to go against what the public likes. I like the under here, but I think this is going to be very, very close. The only thing I'm betting on as far as this game is concerned is Browns plus 10.5. If you can get them close to that, do that. 10.5 is juicy. I still like them at 8.5. The Browns are scrappy and kind of clicking up front.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm with you. I took the juice there too at Cleveland plus 10.5. The Chiefs are 0-7-1 in their last 8 games against the spread. That was also a little cherry on top why I decided to roll with Cleveland getting the points. In regards to the over/under, the Browns have went over in 5 of their last 7, averaging for a total of 59 combined points. And their road games total 58 1/3 points this year. So points definitely travel with the Browns. And in the with Mahomes, the Chiefs are averaging 35.8 points at home. So, but between the road totals for the Browns and the home totals for the Chiefs, I am crushing that over. JC, what players do you like in this game?
A lot. This is definitely a game that I'm relying pretty heavily on the stack, namely Kelsey and Hooper. I'm flexing Hooper, starting Kelsey at tight end. I like Jarvis Landry in this. I like Tyreek Hill in this. I'm going to start Le'Veon Bell. He's really cheap. And you can get all those guys in a lineup with Baker Mayfield. You can get all of KC's top targets and kind of stack them all pretty easily, and then get the contrarian play with Mayfield on the back end, playing a little bit of catch up. I think it makes for a pretty good lineup.
Yeah, I agree. A few props I have in this game. I like Landry in receptions at over 4.5, and I like his yards at over 59. And I also like Mayfield over 1.5 touchdown passes. As I just explained, I think there's going to be a lot of points in this game, and with points come yards. Is there anything else in this game, Marcus, you like?
Well, it's something to really keep an eye on. The best way to beat Mahomes is the same way beating Brady in his prime game, keep him off the field. So this first quarter is really going to indicate a ton on what the total points are going to be. So this could actually be a very interesting live betting game. If Cleveland can at least get some ball control and keep it close, going close to halftime, we're going to definitely be looking at a super low score. I know it's going to be a fun game. I think KC does pull it out just because of Mahomes, but I know JC's got something else he likes here too.
Yeah, just a little bit of a deeper cut today. So Sammy Watkins is out, and a lot of people are going to be playing McCole Hardman, who definitely has the higher ceiling. But when Sammy Watkins is out, Byron Pringle actually has a slightly higher snap count. Don't play him a lot, but as a contrarian play, if you're playing a lot in GPP tournament plays today, work Pringle in there as a guy who's not going to be owned nearly as much as McCole Hardman will be.
Yeah, so speaking of that McCole Hardman and Pringle play, I have a fun little prop. I'm taking the longest touchdown being over 45.5 yards. I do think both teams have the chance to sprinkle in a big play. So that's a fun little prop that I'm putting in there, a 46-yard or over touchdown play.
Well, we do know, yeah, he likes some fun props. Obviously, we had a good sweat yesterday with Mason Crosby, right? We were texting, and we had over 7.5 points. Gets to 7 right after they, miss bobble the snap. Then they start going for 2, and we're texting like, "What the fuck's going on?" Right? Obviously, that cleared at the end. Props are exciting. Sometimes. For me, I'm going to stick more on the props for this game with you guys. When I'm really torn on something, but I like to gamble. I like to have some quick, painless wins and losses early on. It gives you something else to root for if you're torn on something. We got our night game tonight. I know this is my lock of the week. I saved it from yesterday. Obviously, I like the under in Baltimore, which you did not. But we're finally agreeing on one. And
we are, yeah. I think it was a weekend of really good lines. Vegas was really dialed in. So it was tough. But yeah, you and I are both all over this 52.5. I think this is an absolute slug fight. And yeah, I think 52.5, me and Marcus on the same page there. Lock of the day.
Yeah, guys. Now, obviously, there's a bunch of the talk of you can't beat Brady 3 times in a season. That's kind of wish-wash for me. Saints are a really good team. Bucks are a pretty good team. Great linebackers. I'm going to ride some tight ends today. I am going to take Jared Cook as Rob Gronkowski as the first touchdown for the Bucks, and I actually have Cook as the first touchdown for the Saints for fun. But I love the Saints here. I love the under. I think this is going to be comparable to the under in the Saints-Bears game where it's not much of a sweat.
Yeah, the Saints are 8-2 in their last 10 home playoff games. I'm going to stay away from this mostly because I can't bet against Brady. But gun to head, I am going New Orleans money line. It's at -143, which isn't all that bad. And the Bucks again haven't looked great in either game against them. In regards to Marcus and I's lock of the day at 52.5. Both teams are top 10 red zone scoring defenses. So that tells me there's going to be a lot of field goals, and that Saints defense is humming. The Saints have went under in 7 of their last 10. So I like the under and gun to head money line. New Orleans. JC, any players sticking out to you?
On the Bucs side of the ball, I think the only person I'm playing is Evans. I think he has a good shot for just going over the top and a touchdown, down on the goal line. I don't like the offense too much otherwise. Stay away from Rojo, stay away from Fournette today. On the other side of the ball, however, it's a good matchup for receivers. Carlton Davis, who I thought was doing pretty well, got beat up last week against Cam Sims and Terry McLaurin. The other side, Jamel Dean has been terrible. Emmanuel Sanders has a touchdown in both their matchups earlier this year. He's been the most consistent person on that offense against the Bucs. And Deontay Harris is coming on hot. Just a matchup nightmare for that Bucs secondary. You can kind of pick your poison or slot one of those guys in if you need a guy, somewhere today.
Oh, you stole my fact here. I have a fun little prop. Emmanuel Sanders to score and win is plus 500. And as you mentioned, JC, he's scored in both games already. And the Bucs corners are bad. It really falls off after Carlton Davis, who isn't that great himself. Marcus, any other plays you like in this game?
Not really. I'm gonna keep it cut and dry. I actually don't see a special teams or defensive touchdown, so I would stay away from that. But out of all the defenses today, I think the Saints would be the proper play. But it's going to be a lower scoring game here, so it's not going to be a fun game to watch unless you like a good chess match or defensive struggles, which I love.
Exactly. Yeah, AFC North football, right?
Yeah, boy.
This isn't my lock of the day, but this is probably the prop I like the best. Brady under 310.5. He hasn't thrown for over 260 in either game. So I think that's pretty comfortable prop there. Again, not paying great. I think it's I'm looking at it now. It's negative 115. But again, if you want to just double your money, throw a little 10 or 20 spot to make 10 to 20 bucks. That's not a bad play for you there. JC, any other players here that you like?
No, that's pretty much it. We covered pretty much everything on that side of the ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
Tailing back, just to wrap up, tailing back to the Chiefs-Browns game. One fun prop, doesn't pay amazing. It's plus 350, but Chubb, 70-plus yards from scrimmage. Mahomes and Baker need to combine for 400 passing yards and combine for 5 touchdowns. 4-1 odds or 3.5-1 is pretty good. It's kind of fun. I think Chubb's going to have himself a pretty solid day. I didn't quite see what his over-under for rushing yards is, but I have to imagine he's going to be hitting triple digits today.
Yep. Yeah. Going back to that game, since I'm ice cold, I had to ask my wife, who is red hot. She is all over Kelsey today. She likes Kelsey over in yards. She likes Kelsey over in receptions, and she has Kelsey as first touchdown. So that, she wanted to say, hey, if they're tired of losing and listening to me, listen to her and just jump all over Kelsey.
Yeah, what I will say is I love taking her first touchdown props. I think we kind of introduced her to it midway of the season, but she strikes gold, more often than not. So she's helping keep our bank account flowing properly.
Exactly. All right, guys. Well, again, we're about an hour away from kickoff. Get your bets in, and let's enjoy some football.
All right.
Later, guys.